Pretty boy Doug Sommers going against Conan Chris Walker. Talk about, did someone chisel this man? What sculptor did this man?
I think
incredible.
The big sculptor upstairs must have created this one, because I don't think the artist has been born yet that can sculpt something that perfect. Chris Walker, just a really Greek god. I've never used that cliche in my life about anything, and I think Chris Walker comes the closest to meeting that lofty description. But he's in there against a wily ring veteran. He's in there against the pretty boy, Doug Sommers. Doug Sommers, of course, a former AWA tag team champion. He has had a long career. I mean, Doug Sommers has got to have 15, 20 years in the wrestling business, and I don't care how good a body you've got, 15, 20 years in the wrestling business is going to overcome a couple of muscles in life.
Chris Walker using the muscles there, goes into the side headlock, just absolutely putting the pressure on the pretty boy.
And I mean, when he wraps those biceps around you like he's got, and he locks those hands like that, that's pressure. You think speaking in front of a crowd is pressure. You think driving on the expressways in downtown New York City is pressure. You haven't felt pressure until Chris Walker wraps those big, good heavens, they've got to be 34-inch boa constrictors around your neck and your head like that, and just squeezes for all he's worth.
How about the Conan Crunch? That's probably what you'd call that. Chris Walker getting the best, pretty boy Doug Sommers, but a little holding of the tights will help the pretty boy. We talked about Sommers being a member of the AWA Tag Team Champions a few years ago. Chris Walker has held many a regional title.
He absolutely has. He's held several titles in the Georgia area. He is a former Georgia Tag Team Champion. He held one half of that championship not too very long ago. And Chris Walker has had successful tours of Japan, of Puerto Rico, of Austria. He is an international superstar, one of the many international superstars coming to the Global Wrestling Federation.
Still to come on this hour, the Hitman, the popular man from the Midwest. I understand Chicago is where he makes home. Going against Hustler Rip Rogers. By the way, that car outside, did Rip sell you that?
Well, I came into the tapings here, Craig, and I didn't have any way to get around. He rented it to me.
Oh, how much did he charge you?
I kind of gave him a credit card.
Oh! Well, we'll deduct a payment out of the shoulder of pretty boy Doug Sommers, and Chris Walker puts more pressure back on.
And that ring post does not give an inch, Craig. I can tell you, because I was walking past it a couple of tapings ago, and I accidentally fell and tripped. Didn't hit it very hard at all, and I'm still bruised on the upper part of my arm where I hit that thing. And Doug Sommers flew in that thing at good night, 15 miles an hour when he got that good running start against Walker, and Walker moved, and I know what Sommers is feeling right now.
What travel agent arranged that trip?
Not the same one that brought me out here, I can guarantee you that.
Walker keeping the pressure on the temples of pretty boy Doug Sommers. Walker from Atlanta, Georgia. I understand that when he walks around Atlanta, Georgia, he's like a Pied Piper with the ladies. The ladies are following a mile behind.
It's pretty bad for traffic back in Atlanta, but it's good for Chris.
Sommers, belly to back suplex. Putting the shoulders of Chris Walker to the mat with massive force.
I hate to sound like I'm a member of the all cliche team there, Craig, but when they're both lying on the mat, they're all the same height. And now Walker's down, and Sommers trying to take the measure of it, but he drops it, and Walker out of the way. There's that experience of Sommers not paying off. As Walker's youthful exuberance, he just rolled out of the way. Sommers went headfirst into the mat, and that's got to hurt too, Craig. This isn't a trampoline they're wrestling on.
Hard as a rock in the middle. I was in there just before the matches started just to see what the new surroundings here at the Global Dome were like, and I, like you, tripped at the apron and landed right in the middle of the ring, and it's not exactly the most padded place on earth.
Well, as a wrestling fan, I think we've all had our match of the year candidates on trampolines in the neighborhood arenas, as it were, but it's a different world when you're between those ropes, Craig. This is not a bouncy give and take type operation. It hurts when you land on that mat, and these guys do it time and time again, and you got to admire somebody who can get up from just one of those backdrops or drop kicks or body slams.
We are here at the Global Dome, the home of the Global Global Wrestling Federation, a made-for-wrestling arena like you will see nowhere in the world. Greg Johnson along with Scott Hudson. This, a first-round match as Chris Walker and Doug Sommers just battling it out. Sommers getting the best of Walker now. Gut-wrench suplex, got him over. Put him down. There's a count. No, put him on the rope, but then a count of two by Sean O'Brien.
The winner of the tournament will be the Global Wrestling Federation Television Champion. Absolutely one of the most prestigious titles in the world, bar none. You can get, you may even get like hotel discounts somewhere. That thing is so prestigious, Craig. This is the tournament with all of the top stars in professional wrestling, and these two men are two of the best, Doug Sommers and Conan Chris Walker. It's hard to believe that one of these men will not advance in this tournament. This is a great opening round match.
We've got a lot more action to go. Remember, 3 men will go into the finals. There will be a coin flip. The winner of the coin flip goes straight into the championship match. The other 2 men have a playoff match. Then the championship match to determine the television champion. Count of 2 on Chris Walker by Pretty Boy Doug Sommers. And Sommers going to go for a little bit of punishment on the lower back.
Conceivable that one man who wins this Global Wrestling Federation Television Championship could have to win 5 matches. If he is part of that playoff match in the final round, he would have to win 5 matches to walk out of this tournament as the champion, Craig, and that is a tall order to win 5 matches in a tournament this just brimming, chock full to the brim.
Speaking of a grip on the tights by Pretty Boy Doug Sommers, and a little bit more punishment to the lower back. Chris Walker may see an end to his dream of the title here if Pretty Boy Doug Sommers keeps on this pace of punishment.
Well, speaking of the pace, Craig, this one has taken a lot out of both men. You can see the sweat glistening on those bodies in the ring. Both men taking a couple of extra breaths in there as they've been going at it for now 4 or 5 minutes under these hot lights at the television studio, and they know what they're up against. There's also added pressure. You just kind of get tired in there, and they're going to have to reach down, find that second effort, that second win, that intangible that we just can't put a name to win this match. These are 2 great, great wrestlers.
Sommers locks it in, pulls him over with a suplex.
But you see Sommers, after that great offensive move, could not keep the momentum to go right out. He looks like he wants to go to the top. He couldn't do it really quick. He had to stop and catch his breath because they've just been going at it so hard. Heavy, and he misses.
Nobody home in Conan land. Chris Walker out of the way, and now Walker, is he making a mistake by going up to the top rope?
He could be setting himself up here, Craig. Sommers has been around the horn. He knows what to look out for. Look at Walker, perched and ready in that top corner.
And if Sommers doesn't get up, Walker may be counted out, but hello there! Oh. Cross body block, 1, 2, 3! Conan, Chris Walker will advance. Georgia, Chris Walker! Coming up next, Joe Pedicino with a dangerous pair, Rip Rogers and Muck and Singh. Plus, we'll have the answer to the fans' question when we return.